as people improve their health and improve pre-diabetes or reverse pre-diabetes, and also conditions such as type 2 diabetes, you'll often see their general health improving, and you'll notice things such as blood pressure improving. They'll feel more awake and more alert and have more energy. And for many people, they will start to lose excess body fat, and often quite effortlessly without having to starve themselves and go hungry. However, there are some people that weight loss just doesn't seem to happen. They're improving their blood sugar, they're feeling better, but they wanted to lose some excess fat and it's just not happening. And as a doctor, this is a problem I come across not infrequently with patients. And typically you see this happen more as we get older. And I've discovered there are some common themes for people. Now, everybody is different, but there are some common themes that you see as to why people might not be losing fat if they wanted to. Top of the list is usually what the patient is eating. So either they're still eating too much carbohydrate, so sugars or starches. However, that's less commonly the problem because they're really focusing on getting those down. What's more common is they're often eating too much fat. Now, over recent years, as people have become aware that too much carbohydrate in the diet's been a problem, the narrative out there on the internet or reading articles, etc., is that fat is okay to eat. And then this has gone to the extreme for some people. It's like, you can eat as much fat as you want. It's fine. You'll still lose weight. And what I've found as a doctor with my patients is, for some people that might be the case, but for the vast majority of people, and certainly as we age, you cannot eat as much fat as you like. You can't eat huge amounts of cheese, for example, and expect to lose weight. That fat's got to go somewhere. And if you're eating a lot of it, you're either going to store it or you're going to burn it in preference to using your own body fat stores. So with my patients, I'll often will bring a diary, a 3-day diary of what's been eaten over the 3 days. And if the carbohydrate intake's already low, you'll often see there's relatively large amounts of fat, and typically cheese and nuts are common themes. So if that's the case, we'll then look at, well, how do we address that? How do we bring that fat down but not get hungry? And typically what people need to do is keep the carbohydrate low, bring those fatty foods down, so get rid of anything that's kind of pure fat or mainly fat, and then increase the intake of foods that are higher in protein and also non-starchy vegetables. And that combination of higher protein and non-starchy vegetables provides the body with satiety, so it makes us feel full, but it doesn't come with excess fuel that then needs to be stored. And typically that will fix the problem for the vast majority of people. If that doesn't work, or actually if the situation's more complex, the other things that often need to be addressed is the amount of sleep somebody's getting, which can have a significant impact on how the body stores fat. And also importantly, the amount of stress in their life. And stress drives hormones, including cortisol, which encourage the body to store fat. So looking at how we address stress can be key. Then finally, for some people, they just have a very low muscle mass. So they just have very small muscles. And this can inhibit the body from burning fat stores. So sometimes we need to think about adding more resistance activity and to challenge those big muscles. So those are the things I discuss with my patients. If they are improving their pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, but they're not losing the weight they want to, it's usually to do with what they're eating, either too much carbohydrate or too much fat, but can also be linked into inadequate sleep, ongoing chronic stress, or just a need to build some muscle mass.